dreams die. Rely on yourself and no way. Believe.
Good morning, everybody. First and foremost, I really cannot begin to express my gratitude and my gratefulness to everyone. Joyce gets a very special shout out today. I'm not going to say why. I'm just going to say that. Um, so there's Anna and Brenda and Chris. Um, if you guys are seeing me reaching for stuff, it's because I have a very annoying little friend around me today, and it's just one fly, and I'm really not even going to be um, sad about wielding my shocker device on him when I do find him, because if I do find him, he's dead meat. And you're gonna get to see my zapper, and I really have no shame about that because he's really taxing on me right now. In any way, I was back to my thank yous. Um, you guys have you see him, you see him. So don't get mad. Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. If you see this zapper come falling into this, don't get mad. Don't get mad. He's really taxing on me right now. Um, I really want to thank you guys for stepping into um, the plate and help me procure what needed to get procured. Um, that was a very big showing, um, unexpected to say the least. Um, hey. He's always going for my face. I don't get this. In any case, thank you. Thank you all. Um, I managed to get one that will function fully and do everything that needs to get done. Um, you see him. You see him right there. You see him. You see him. Don't get mad, people that are so-called animal rights activists. I don't get it. Just one guy. One. Anyway. We're going to talk about Joshua this morning. We're going to talk about Joshua. But I want to take a slightly different approach to him this morning. I see he's staying close to my face, so I can't swat. Because if I swat, I'm going to smack myself too. He's not, look, flies are not dumb. Flies are not dumb. Flies ain't stupid. Flies ain't stupid. They smart. They smart. He's staying real close, so I can't smack. Joshua. So this first, oh, definitely, man. This look, and I know they're running from outside. I get it, but hey, run somewhere else. I wanted to look at Joshua for two reasons. Joshua, I consider him an unsung hero in the book. I know he has an entire book But the part of Joshua that gets forgotten is the wilderness Joshua, the pre-death Joshua, the pre-Moses death, I mean, Joshua. And the first part I want to look at is that phase of Joshua. Um, because I think many forget that Joshua was around for all of it. And I mean all of it. He was around for every bit of the rebellion of Israel, for the anger of Moses, for the 10 commandments, for the smashing of the 10 commandments, for the smacking of the rock, for the invasion of Canaan. He was around for all of it. And while he was given the reins after Moses passed, there is something to be said about his humility while Moses was still around. Um, he did not ever make himself the focal point of anything. He sat by, he listened, he learned, he followed God, he did what he had to do. There is one specific spot um, where I think, do you remember that water from the rock scenario where Moses said to God, and this is this was very funny to me, um, because it's how Moses approached God about it. Because Moses said to the Lord, "What shall I do with this people? They are almost ready to stone me." Like he had gotten so frustrated, so stinking frustrated with the Israelites. I could look at it may be bad for me to say, but I could identify with Moses, man. I could I could I could understand the man's frustration. I could fully get how you could go from happy Moses to mad Moses with these people. I I get it. I understand. But understand that Joshua witnessed this. Joshua witnessed this. Joshua was in and amongst the people when they were behaving in a manner that caused Moses to lose his ever living mind. Now, I'm not taking anything about the responsibility of Moses away from him for for keeping his cool. But you have to understand that Joshua then inherited those people. He saw them behaving like this. He was there when they were behaving silly with the golden calf. He heard them murmuring and complaining when they got the 10 commandments. He heard them murmuring and complaining when they were leaving Egypt. He heard them murmuring and complaining when the pillars were there. He heard all of it. He heard every last bit of it. All of it. And in all of that, now hear me out. In all of that, Joshua stayed faithful. No statements about him losing his mind on the people of Israel. None. None at all. So I want to pick up from that point of view. Okay. And this is his commission. Now, remember, before I bring this, continue here, remember, every personality of the people of Israel, the wilderness, the rebellion, the complaining of manna, the provisions that they got and still complained, all of this was seen by Joshua. And he had really no true say over it because he was under Moses. I want people to, the reason I'm driving that home is to try and put yourself in this shoe. Okay. Consider yourself the manager of a business, and the CEO is coming to visit. Now, every one of your employees, all of them, are the most incapable, ungrateful, piss poor workers you have ever worked with. They are uncontrollable. They don't listen. They don't do what they're supposed to do. And they're always asking for a raise. So you are that manager. Okay. And then the CEO is coming to see you. So the CEO arrives, and you see even more of it. Now you have a person, an assistant manager under you. And the assistant manager does everything you want them to do. Everything. Assistant manager is doing, running back and forth and fixing this and doing that, and no complaints. You're on the verge of retirement, and the CEO comes and says, "Thank you for your service. You're out," and promotes your assistant manager. Your assistant manager has seen all of this crap going on in the business. Would you expect the assistant manager to say, "Let's do it"? Would you? Let's just get going. Yeah. Personally, I would not expect my assistant manager to want to do this job. No. But here we have Joshua. After the death of Moses, the servant of the Lord, it came to pass that the Lord spoke to Joshua, the son of Nun, Moses' assistant, saying, "Moses, my servant, is dead. Tell me something I don't know. Now, therefore, arise, go over this Jordan, you and all this people, the same rebellious, the same aggravating, the same inconsistent, the same ungrateful people, to the land which I am giving to them, the children of Israel. Every place that the sole of your foot will tread upon, I have given you, as I said to Moses." Now, mind you, he is giving Joshua a command right here to do something that he promised to Moses, not to Joshua. So far, Joshua has no leadership responsibility other than to take the people from the wilderness and this Lebanon, as far as the great river, the river Euphrates, all the lands of the Hittites, to the great sea towards the going down of the sun shall be your territory. No man shall be able to stand before you all the days of your life. As I was with Moses, so I will be with you. I will not leave you nor forsake you. Be strong and of good courage, for to this people you shall divide an inheritance, the land which I swore to their fathers to give them. Only be strong and very courageous. He says this twice. Do you know why he says this twice? He's right here. Hang on, guys. Do you know why he says this twice? Because you're going to need twice as much to deal with these people. That's why he says it twice. He says it earlier on, be strong and courageous. In 6, he says it right there, right? Be strong and courageous. Then he says, only be strong and courageous, that you may observe to do according to all the law which Moses my servant commanded you. Do not turn from it to the right or to the left, that you may prosper wherever you go. The book of the law shall not depart from your mouth, but you shall meditate on it day and night, that you may observe to do according to all that is written in it. For then you shall make your way prosperous, and then you will have good success. Have I not commanded you? Here he goes again. Be strong and of good courage. Do not be afraid, nor be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Now, some may think that this be strong and courageous thing has something to do with the enemies. I am of the opinion, me, not Mr. Doctorate, not Mr. Theologian. I'm of the opinion that he's telling him, be strong and courageous, because these people are going to test your courage, and they're going to test your patience, and they're going to test your strength. You have to be stronger than even Moses to deal with these people. Now, how bad of an issue you have to be for the Lord God to tell the person overseeing you 3 different times that you're going to need strength and courage to deal with you? He says it in 6, he says it in 7, and he says it in 9. How much of a problematic person you got to be for the leader to be told by God himself, bro, you got to be strong and courageous with, you got to be strong and you know what you got to be is strong and courageous with these people. That is some next level idiocy right there on your behalf. If the leader got to be told 3 times about you that he going to need strength and courage to deal with you. And in order to sustain that, you, Joshua, you have to stay dedicated to my word. The law it can't pass from your mouth. You have to meditate on it day and night. You got to be stuck close to me in order to prosper with these people. You gotta stick close to me to prosper with these people. These people cost Moses the promised land. They cost Moses the promised land. You imagine having gone to Pharaoh, one of the most feared leaders of the time, destroyed his prophets, brought plagues down upon the nation, escorted an entire people out of bondage, had a pillar of fire and cloud following you and these people. You had an entire ocean like thing separate, and these people walked through and saw their enemies drowned. You fed them, and they still complained. They still complained. To the point to the point that they cause you to lose your ever losing mind and just go off. Like, come on. And you're in the crowd and you see this and they're like, God's like, you're up. Like, what? Nah, I'm not up. I'm not up. I'm not up. I am not up. Josh was like, bro, pick. I've seen these people. Pick somebody else. Me? You want me? You want me to deal with the? Nah, man. That would be me. I'll be like, nah, fam. I love you and all, but this is crazy. Me lead. I saw what Moses had to go through, just leading them from bondage. Now I'm gonna have to lead them a new generation to a new. Come on, man. Come on. The best part of this is the following verse. Now remember, all God did was go straight to Joshua and tell him, not ask, not request, tell him, Moses is dead, go. Moses is dead, go. Joshua's reaction? Then Joshua commanded the officers of the people, saying, pass through the camp and command the people, saying, prepare provisions for yourself, for within 3 days, number 3 again, you will cross over Jordan to go to possess the land which the Lord your God is giving you to possess. Joshua did not hesitate. Joshua didn't hesitate. Joshua didn't blink. Joshua didn't beg. Joshua didn't ask. Joshua didn't even pull on Abraham. What if 5 don't disagree? What if 5 disagree? What if 10 disagree? What if 15 disagree? He didn't even pull on Abraham. Now, his first test. And the Reubenites and the Gadites and half of the Manasseh, Joshua spoke. And half of the tribe of Manasseh, Joshua spoke, saying, remember the word which Moses, servant of the Lord, commanded you, saying, the Lord your God is giving you rest and giving you this land. Your wives, your little ones, your livestock shall remain in the land which Moses gave you on the side of Jordan. But you shall pass before your brethren, armed all your mighty men of valor, and help them until the Lord has given you your brethren rest, as he gave you, and they also have taken possession of the land which the Lord your God is giving them. Then you shall return to the land of your possession and enjoy it, which Moses, the Lord's servant, gave you on the side of Jordan towards the sunrise. So they answered Joshua, saying, all that you command us we will do, and wherever you send we will go, just as we heeded Moses in all things. Really? You know, when you have witnessed somebody doing something in your face, okay, in your face, they're doing it, and then they turn and they turn around and say, that wasn't me. I was always doing everything I was supposed to do. What you talking about? Me? Man, we always listen to man, we always listen to Moses. We I seriously can't believe that they actually had the guts to say that. We always listen to Moses. What? Man. Mm. And we love that dude, Moses. Man. Whew. They said, all you command us we will do, and wherever you send us we'll go. Just like we heeded Moses in all things, so we will heed you. Mm-hmm. Only the Lord your God be with you, as he was with Moses. Whoever rebels against your command and does not heed your words in all that you command him shall be put to death. Only be strong and of good courage. Only be strong and of good courage. You don't find it weird that the people that will test that be strong and of good courage say to him, be strong and of good courage? The people that test you most are the ones that will act like they're in your corner. The people that will test you most are the ones that will act like they're in your corner. There is coming a time where the nature of man will not only be tested, but it will be exposed when it comes to obedience. You see, in a group, it's real easy to say you're going to do something in a nice big group. And it's really easy to follow that big group, even when they're doing something wrong. Even though you have an example of what's right, you still will follow the group and do what's wrong. But there is coming a time where people like Joshua will be needed. Now, what we're going to find out later on in the story of Joshua is that the older generation that had been so rebellious is wiped out and they're dead. But the people that are going to be, you're going to experience in the next coming years are going to be so polarizing of a difference that you will have to choose. You can't, that there will be, I believe, this is not me prophesying nothing. I honestly believe that the rift that is going to occur is definitely going to seem wheat and chaffish. It's going to be wheat and tears. There's not going to be a mix. It's not going to be like a lot of land where you can't tell grass from weeds, where the weeds are going to keep growing among the grass. There's definitely going to be a separation, and there will be no confusing sides. And when you pick one, you've picked. It is going to be just like God coming to Joshua and saying, go. And you're either going to or you're not. And what he's going to be calling you to is not something simple. It's going to be dealing with people that have rebellion in their genes. They have rebellion built in to their history. The role of Joshua, I see him the same way I see Gideon. And by that, I mean so driven to fulfill what God has given them that nobody was going to dissuade them. Nobody. Not rebellious people, even though you're called, not your history, not circumstance, none of it. It's not going to matter to you. There is coming a massive, massive switch in the body, which is why I am honestly of the opinion that this movement is one that has to begin in the heart and has to stay in the heart. It has to stay in the heart. Because you can't necessarily change people's actions the same way you couldn't change Israel from their behavior because their heart was not changing. Hey, Diane, trust and believe me. And like I said, flies are smart. Flies are very smart. He's staying right here. He know I can't eat. He knows I won't sacrifice my face. He knows it. There's coming a time, and I think it's already here. Honestly, I think it's 90% here. And it's a matter of whether or not we are ready to own up to the fact that um, almost had him. Almost had him. If we're going to own up to the fact that the kingdom of God is not going to be found in a building, it's not going to be found in one preacher, it's not going to be found in a movement, it's not going to be found in a tent of revival. It's going to be found in the heart. It's going to be found individually. The time for this group concept and this network and this idea that if I follow the masses, and this is why I was really happy with the lockdowns. Hear me out. The lockdowns did one very big thing for the church. The lockdowns separated. It separated those that were conforming to man's standard from those who were conforming to God's standard, the ones who trusted and the ones who didn't, the ones who were doing it superficially and the ones who were doing it from the heart. It also exposed a bunch of the platforms in terms of buildings that were only doing something because it was the way that it had always been done. And I said this almost a year and a half ago now. And I sort of said it in jest, but it's more true now. Being strong enough, enough great courage means that you do something that is going to bring you derision, bring you disdain, bring you hate. It's going to bring all that. And in the church, we were notorious for calling God the great physician. He's a great physician. The healer. All kinds of songs about the great physician and the healer. And how much we trust God and oh, how I love Jesus and all of this stuff we talked about in the church. And then the test. The test showed up. Oh, you think I'm the great physician? Okay. Oh, I'm the healer. Okay. All right. Man has just told you to stop coming together and praising me in the way I want to be praised for fear of something. Am I still the great physician? I said to come together and be with one another. Man told you to stay apart, and you followed man. I told you to open your mouth and sing. Man told you to cover your mouth and shut up, and you did that. Do you still believe I'm the great physician? How many Joshuas do we really have? When God told Joshua to go, he went. The body is coming to a point where the fake limbs are going to be removed. All these little attachments, they're going to get falling off. And by that point, you're going to see the real for the real. We are not going to be in a place where we can hide anymore. Just look at this, okay? And this is where I'm going to close today's, but tomorrow we're going to pick up on the journey that Joshua is taking the children of Israel. But if you look at what Satan is doing versus what the body is doing, or at least the version that they call the body, Satan is bringing up his generals. He's bringing up his agenda. He is bringing up his following. He is making his battle plans known. And he is deepening his roots. Right? He's capturing many right now. And his people are working overtime and loudly with no concern about kickback. And even if there is kickback, they kick back harder. That's what Satan's doing. Meanwhile, the body is over here behaving like we're in the wilderness and we refuse manna and we complain and we have groupthink and we cause leaders to falter. We don't listen. And then you have people like Joshua that come up that have to deal with that. But there aren't many Joshuas. There aren't many Calebs. There aren't many Gideons. It's going to get ugly. But it's going to be uglier if we don't stand up. I put out a little short video a couple of days ago. And I don't know that people are seeing it this way yet, but I hope they do. Wicked is being ramped up and good is being subdued. And we are more than happy to let good be subdued. We're the ones complaining about being censored, and we complain and we complain and we complain. And then we allow the complaining to let us shut up. We allow it to suppress us because we get tired. We get upset. We get frustrated. But don't forget what he told Joshua. What did he tell Joshua? Be strong and of good courage. Be strong and of good courage. Be strong and of good courage. Be strong enough to run fearlessly into a battle, even if you have to sneak in at night and sabotage the enemy. Be strong and courageous, even if you have to slay the enemy. Be courageous if you have to walk long distances. You have to traverse multiple platforms of land, cross great rivers. Be strong and courageous. The story of Joshua begins with that sentiment and continues with that throughout his entire life. And we will go into detail of how he took that statement of being strong and courageous and just ran with it. He didn't waste time. He took off. And hopefully by the end of it, you would have taken on the mantle and the persona of Joshua. Now, Friday, I've already picked out my topic Friday because he dropped it early. That in the same way that he gives you a way out, when you don't take it, he will show you why you should have taken it. He gonna let you know. So we'll talk about that Friday as a culmination point for Joshua himself. I left Thursday open because I wasn't sure if this was going to run 4 or 3. But I left it at 3 parts in case it, and I left one day open in case it ran into 4. So for sure we'll have 3 parts. I know that it'll take that long. But I don't know if we'll have 4. So just be aware that's why there's no topic yet for Thursday. I didn't leave it out on purpose for not having one. I left it open in case. The Savage Patriots will be on today, and it is going to be more light-hearted than normal. Because for those of us who know what a woman and a man is, there are still some people who are adults that are unsure. And it's really funny to hear them. And I think we need to listen to the confusion that they come up with. It's funny stuff. Yeah, one person in particular, we're gonna kind of listen to. And we'll break it down. Okay. Because in my estimation, the attack on women today is not what most would consider attack. They would consider it empowering. I consider it an attack. I consider what's happening with women today an attack. And I don't mean men taking over your space. That's not the attack I mean. I mean the attack of telling you that you are a man. That's the attack I think is happening. And many are buying into that because it sounds so good. Because in case you didn't realize, men are listening to that. The weird men are listening to that and think, yeah, you're right. I don't know about Too Strong today. We are recording a couple of things today. We had planned to go live with another person, and he has not replied yet. So I don't know if he's going to show up. So, Um, we are we're waiting on that debate person, so it may or may not happen. We don't know. We'll see. We're finding out. We were actually going to go live yesterday, and it didn't pan out, so it might be today. We'll see. We'll see. Um, so we'll catch up with Dan, but don't miss the Savage Patriots. And again, thank you, thank you, thank you. I tested out the whole system this weekend, and it worked out perfectly. I'm back up to my original state with being able to do what I want to need to do. Which means is Kat in here? I didn't see her unless she didn't say anything. Let me see if I she normally yeah you are in here. Okay. Now I can edit all the videos I need for my self-defense channel with no problems. So now you're gonna have that channel moving better now. Okay. Okay. I want Kat to know that the channel will be moving now that I can actually do something. Okay. So don't get mad at me no more, please, for not having the self-defense channel moving. Please don't get mad anymore. I'll I can do stuff now. Thanks to all the people that helped out. For those of you who don't have the on YouTube yet, I'm going to drop the link for you here so you have it. Not mad, just impatient. Okay, I got you. There's the link. Of course, you can always go to Straight Talk. Just type in Straight Talk on my name, and you'll find a channel. We're almost to 8K. We're almost to 8K. We're almost there. I think I'm like 20. I think I might be 20 subs short of the number. Let me see for sure. Not even. I'm 16 subs short of that 8K mark. And that is really good. The family is growing. It's good. Um yeah, I didn't get to rest last week in case people I'll give you a quick rundown before I leave. So when the computer went down, it really did go down to the point where I couldn't even record anything on it. I had to eventually end up wiping the entire computer and handed up. I gave it over to the wife. She has now a new computer, but it's not. She just won't be able. She's not going to be doing the stuff I was doing on it to cause it to lock up like that anymore. So she's fine. But when the computer broke, um, everything else broke. Literally. For a minute, my spirit did too, and then people just inbox was full, and then people were calling, and people were trying to find out how they could help, and that was a good boost. Then Saturday, my upstairs toilet broke, which ended up destroying the lower toilet. So then I had to do Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I had to go and rip out almost the entire bathroom upstairs to fix that, then rip out the entire bathroom downstairs and fix that. And it was a lot of work. But the good thing about it, which I saw and only in hindsight, I would not have been able to have time to fix my problems that happened if my computer hadn't gone down and given me time to work on stuff. Um, no, I don't know how to do any of that stuff. I had to learn on that on the fly. I don't. My mom. I told my mom this too, and she's like, "Huh." She said, "Jack of all trades." I said, "Yeah, and master of none. I am not a master of any of it. I know how to use a tape measure, and I don't. I'm not afraid of destroying something to fix something. So I'll do that, no problem." So anyway, God got me through that. And then when I got my computer up and running again, it was a great deal because I got to get back to doing what I have now come to love doing. I realized that I missed it a lot. I did miss you guys a lot. I missed being um, able to speak about what God's doing. I missed it. Um, and I think it was a good answer too, because I had been thinking about trying to find work instead of doing this. And just that week told me I couldn't. He has now made this me. So I can't leave it. I can't do it. And I have no intentions anymore of even entertaining that thought. And so he made it known by showing me what it would look like without it. And so that's good. That was a good thing for me. So you won't hear that talk anymore about me leaving Straight Talk or Too Strong or anything. That talk is done. He solidified that this week, and that was a good thing, really good thing. So anyway, we'll catch you guys today at Savage Patriots and maybe possibly Too Strong. Don't hold me to it, and don't say, I thought you said you were going to be live on Too Strong. I said might. Possibly, tentatively. So we'll catch you guys for sure at 6:30 on Savage Patriots today. Y'all have a grand rest of the day. Scrolling at the bottom, if you feel like sewing into this, and I will start calling it what he's called it to be. And as much as I don't like the term because of what it's become, it is sort of a ministry. I get it. But I will disclaim it by saying it is not mine. It is his. It is his ministry, not mine. So if you can refer to it as his, I'll take it as ministry, but it is his, not mine. Okay. As long as we got that clear, it is not my ministry, it is his. Just an arm, that's all. So if you feel like sewing into his ministry, feel free to consult him about what, how, and if. Okay? His ministry, God's ministry, not mine. Just a vessel, nothing else. Y'all have a grand rest of the day. Wisdom calls to you from the streets. So please, please, please find wisdom. Peace.
Hold tight the dreams, for if dreams die, rely on yourself.